After the usual high-speed trials, the first important race of this Aston Martin meeting was a 10-lap scratch race for the big sports car. And it was a great pleasure to see Graham Whitehead appearing with 62 EMU, still bearing its Le Mans number 5 from its triumphant second place the previous month. Gordon Lee and Mike Salmon had C-type Jaguars each, and last to appear was AMOC regular Jean Bloxham with her familiar DB3 coupe. Whitehead made a faultless start, followed by John Dalton in his DB3S. Jean Bloxham was going well, followed by Bob Berry's far from standard Mark 7 Jaguar Saloon. Gordon Lee's C-Type ran fourth, ahead of a wildly offline back marker in a TR2. So Whitehead eventually took the flag, with Dalton second and John Beecart third in the HWM Jaguar. The next race on the bill was the United States Air Force Trophy, and young Tim Parnell, Reg's son, took the lead from the start in his pale green Formula 2 Cooper. He was a little wide through copse, with a swarm of sports racing machinery just behind him. But by the time he reached Woodcote, he was on his own. Arthur Mallock, in his U2 Austin Special, came flying past as Parnell made his way down Club Straight en route to the checkered flag. Now came the 10-lap Handicap, which annually commemorates that great Aston Martin driver, Jock St. John Horsfall. All manner of pre-war machinery set off at intervals, the idea being that they should all arrive at the finish line at the same time. Life is never like that, however, and as John Wyer and Mort Morris Goodall in the commentary box pointed out, the handicappers cannot allow for some choosing to drive the race backwards. McNab Meredith stormed through in his blown Lister, overtook 14 cars in 10 laps, and took the checkered flag, ahead of Scratchman Chamberlain in his Speed model and Ward's Le Mans Aston. Some, of course, are never satisfied, and in an effort to get more speed, do insist on pulling the thing apart. In the Arthur Bryant Memorial Trophy Handicap, Graham Whitehead was the last to leave the grid. Trophy holder Jean Bloxham was long gone, and going like the wind. Beecart, who'd had a few seconds start over Whitehead, clung on to second, but Bloxham managed to hang on to the trophy for the second year to the delight of her pit crew, ahead of Beecart and then the flying Whitehead. Once again, and perhaps still appropriately, Whitehead won the EMU trophy for the fastest lap of the day, and with it a case of the best Australian EMU wine, most of which seemed to go into the trophy. The day closed with the usual parade of vintage and not so vintage Aston machinery. And this sad, sad year of 1958 wore on.